Hi, my name is Jackie and welcome back to my channel. I am continuing on with the countdown to autumn with the fall favorites from DAVIDsTEA. However, I am incorporating it into a teas I drink in a day video because I haven't done one of those in a minute. So I am actually just finishing up some really depressing, oversteeped, overmilked, overhoneyed Scottish breakfast. Today was the first day that I was getting Oliver around for junior preschool by myself. So I prepared this while I was just trying to get everything around in the morning and just was not really paying attention. I could have handled this being oversteeped and with too much milk, but the too much honey is just like it's just too sweet. Too sweet. It's just too sweet for this early in the morning. So I think I'm just gonna go dump this out and we're gonna start with today's fall favorite. It is a perfect rainy day. Like, I'm talking like, I think it's like 60 degrees. There's sort of like a chilliness in the air. And the rain's just been sort of off and on this morning, but it's very peaceful. It's especially peaceful because I have the entire house to myself right now. And all I hear is the rain. Okay, so the reason why I am not doing a video that is just solely focusing on this one fall favorite, is because it is a blend that I tried in one of my more recent empties videos, and I already kind of highlighted it then. And that is Cardamom French Toast from DAVIDsTEA. And I am happy to say that I was mistaken when I said the Cardamom French Toast appeared to no longer be available on the DAVIDsTEA website. So, I am excited that it wasn't really a last chance tea and that I will be able to get it in the future because I literally just used the last of my bag, I think like over the weekend. I just really like this tea. And so that is what I am going to sip this morning. Kind of made it into a little bit of a latte, not too much milk because my last cup of tea was just sad and depressing. And also, this is like my first day where I am working in a completely quiet house. I feel a little bit like overwhelmed. I mean, because part of the thing is now that Oliver is in junior preschool, I'm taking on more responsibilities at work. Hi. Hey, Biscuit. So I'm going to take a couple minutes, and I mean, this is probably going to be like a routine anyways. But this is like my pseudo bullet journal. I'm not artsy. It's just, I'm an accountant. I'm not artsy. It's just lists separated into cubes. So I'm just gonna take a couple minutes, sip my tea, organize my day and my week. Seriously though, this tea is so good. Like if you've not tried cardamom macchiato, I really enjoy it. I don't know why I keep calling it cardamom macchiato. It's definitely cardamom French toast. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, and now my week's looking a little bit more full. It's Tuesday, especially today. Today is Tuesday, and my day is looking a little bit full today. All right, I'm gonna go get my computer and set up. I haven't sat at this desk in months because it's in the same room as like Oliver's play area, and anytime he sees the computer, he just like beelines towards it and just like so it'll be weird sitting at this desk. Biscuit. So it is 11 o'clock. I am still obviously at my workspace. This morning is just moving along. I'm crossing so many things off my to-do list. I noticed myself getting like really kind of distracted. Like I'm at the point where I want to get up and keep going to the fridge to get snacks. So to keep myself focused, I'm going to sip a little tea here at my desk with my Gaiwan. It's going to keep my hands busy. I'm going to be able to keep going back to it when I feel like I want to get up and go get something to eat or to snack on, because my brain's getting a little bit bored apparently. It is a sticky rice pu'er, and it's pu'er with a certain kind of herb that's been added to the tea leaves to give it sort of like the flavor of sticky rice, and it's really interesting and really cozy. It's this little puck of pu'er that I'm going to put into my Gaiwan. If I can figure out, there we go. Oh, and this tea comes from Verdant Teas. It smells like a rainy day and wet leaves, but there's also this aroma of like cooked rice. It also smells a bit like toasty corn, which again I think is from the whatever plant herb is in here to give it that sticky rice flavor. I'm gonna give it a quick rinse. I always feel like I'm tempting fate. Steeping tea over here by my computer. So it's starting to like, I've never noticed this before, but it started to like expand and loosen up. And just to give you like some insight, this is how it came. And I feel like it's almost like doubled in size. So I am gonna give it another rinse, and then I'm gonna start my steepings. Actually, you know what? It just kind of broke apart. So I'm gonna just start my steepings. I mean, pu'er is kind of weird. It's definitely an acquired taste. And I'm not gonna say I love everything that I've tried, but it's also one of those teas that kind of always makes me feel really nostalgic, especially for this time of year. It's so nice. I never thought that I would say that about pu'er, but this is nice. This is nice. This first infusion is autumn leaves and petrichor and earth, and there is definitely, especially on the tail end of the sip and as I continue to talk, that flavor of cooked white rice. Like, it's just so interesting. It's so interesting. Or I guess cooked sticky rice. I don't really know what the difference between like white rice and sticky rice is, but yeah, like it makes me think of like the side dish of white rice that you might get at like a Chinese food restaurant or something like that. It's really delicious. This one for sure is like a perfect rainy day tea. And it's definitely not in its little puck form anymore. It is definitely just free in my Gaiwan. Cat hair. Okay, so it has been a second since I think anybody's really seen my tea stash, my tea collection. It used to be like in a single cupboard over there. I'm pointing at a cupboard by my stove. And getting tea in and out of that cupboard was kind of a hassle because it was so small and my collection was so big that that every time I would like move stuff around or try to get tea out, it would fall on me. So I moved it over here into the double cupboard, and so I am now going to browse through this and see what tea I'm going to drink next. I think what I'm going to do is drink some Victorian London Fog because it is a cool day, it is a rainy day, it's an overcast day, and Victorian London Fog is the perfect kind of tea for that kind of day. Plus, I saw Danny over at Teas with Danny drink this in her Teas I Drink in a Day video, and it just sounded like a really good idea. So thanks for the idea, Danny. It's like almost empty though, so that's really sad. Also, I always have this really old picture of Oliver. Well, I say it's really old. It's probably like a year old, but I have this old picture of Oliver in my tea cabinet, so every time I open the door, I see this little guy smiling at me, and it brightens up my day. Because, oh my gosh, look at his little teethers. They are so cute. I miss them so much. Also, still working. I feel like I haven't really moved from this spot, which that feels really weird because I've not worked this many hours consecutively. Like I really have only gotten up to get myself a cup of tea or make myself a really quick lunch. Which, if you're curious to know what this 32-year-old eats, it was a can of SpaghettiOs and meatballs. Like, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that. This cup of Victorian London Fog is like hitting the spot, especially since like, so I have the doors open in the house and it's like just barely 60 degrees outside and it's been rainy and drizzly all day, so I'm kind of chilled and I had to put on another layer, which honestly just excites me because it just means that autumn and cold weather are like almost here for real, and yeah, I'm excited. So, but this is perfect. Lavender and black tea and vanilla. Oh my goodness. Perfect, perfect, perfect for a day like this. And I'm drinking it in like my favorite mug. This mug that I bought up in Maine a couple years ago when John and I went to visit. It's so sharp looking. I love the illustrations on it. Maine is like one of my favorite places. Portland, Maine is like one of my favorite places ever. I really would love to go back. I want to take Oliver. It's a great city if you've never been. I have about an hour and 15 minutes left before I need to switch gears and get ready to go pick up Oliver. So I'm gonna sip this and power through some month-end projects. All right, so I'm gonna make this quick because I am about to dash out the door to pick up Oliver from junior preschool, but I did make a tea for the road. If my family's watching this, this isn't my mug. I use it begrudgingly. This is John's. I do not condone University of Michigan. I'm just kidding. My family's from Ohio, so we're Buckeyes, and this is our nemesis. But anyways, I digress. So my last tea for the day, my last fall favorite, is a new one, and that is the Honey Bush Blueberry Pancake from Adagio Teas. And I love this blend so much. I mean, I've already made a video about this, like raving about how delicious this is, but this is just like a really cozy cup of tea to tuck into morning, noon, and night, especially like for nighttime for me because it's caffeine free. So that is my final tea for the day. And like I said, I'm gonna go pick up Oliver now, and we're just gonna hang out for the rest of the afternoon building Legos and playing with all of his new cars that we bought him yesterday, and probably have Thomas the Tank Engine just playing on the background. Just you know what? Just kind of chill for the rest of the day. Actually, I still have to submit payroll. I just gotta wait for approval on that, but I digress. So that is what I drink in a day, and tune in again tomorrow for another David's Tea fall favorite / countdown to autumn video. And let me know what you drink in a day. What kind of autumn teas are you reaching for? And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.